McCrone Vineyard was established by Don and Carol McCrone back in 1994. They had been patrons of our winery beginning in 1987. Don was the chair of the political science department at the University of Washington, and Carol was catering for Boeing. And they were, of course, up in Seattle. They were great customers, and he without question, probably I had the longest dialogues with Don and Carol when they would visit with me, because they really were serious about getting into the business and wanted to know what the pitfalls might be. They fell in love with Yamhill County because they both loved Pinot Noir, and they did end up, in fact, buying a 10-acre location in the Yamhill Carlton AVA before it was the Yamhill Carlton AVA. And they planted a 7.5-acre vineyard and built their home there. They became good, fast friends. We started to work with them actually the following year in 95. And immediately the wine had a really distinctive quality that we noticed, more of a brambly kind of quality, like walking in an area of wild blackberry and tasting the fruit, from out in a wild area where it just has a different quality to it, a little bit of a wildness to it that's really interesting, very complex. It is, being a sedimentary site, spicy as well and floral. McCrone, of all the sites we have, it tends to be, for me, the site that develops the most slowly. It's delicious in its early years, but it becomes something quite amazing given 10, 15, even 20 to 25 years. It takes on a dimension that not all wines take on. It is the most closely spaced site we have. We are essentially metered by 2, so it's over 2,000 vines per acre, which means you have a lot of leaf surface, so there's a lot of power, a lot of photosynthetic power in this site to ripen fruit. We have a 30-year lease on this vineyard, which we began in 2000, and so we're now 20 years in to this lease, and as far as we know, as long as I'm still around, we're going to continue working with it for as long as they'll have us. Don and Carol are also happen to have a vineyard in New Zealand, also called McCrone Vineyard, in Marchenborough, so the south part of the North Island. And there, Atarungi does their management and purchases all their fruit there. So you have the McCrones operating in 2 hemispheres, both of the vineyards being pretty spectacular.